Okay, this is the Ozark Trail Ridge Pro. It's $898. I have people in my comments, they say, don't support Walmart. They're losing money selling this bike. They're just trying to throw all the bike shops out of business. The first thing is no one likes to throw bike shops out of business more than the bike industry itself. Okay, so almost half of every bike shop, all the bike shops in America, I would say almost half of them have never made a profit, and they will never make a profit. They are funded by super wealthy people that have dreams. They have dreams of being the bike mechanic. They have dreams of being the bike shop owner, being the community organizer. And it happens every single year in every single state. Some rich guy, some rich lady decides they want to run a bike shop. It used to be the joke, if you want to make $1 million in the bike industry, you start with 2. Well, I say it's now, if you want to make $1 million in the bike industry, you start with 4. Okay, so what happens when people who have made their wealth in other industries decide to play bike shop? And this is the biggest problem I think the bike industry faces, is there's no loyalty among the bike industry. So, you're a rich guy, you want to start a bike shop. Okay, you want to get so-and-so brand in. Most brands, they have no loyalty to the existing shop. If the existing shop is ordering in $50,000 worth of inventory and the new guy with deep pockets that doesn't know what he's doing will order in $100,000 of inventory that year, they say, bye old shop, we're gonna start selling to your competitor down the street that doesn't know what he's doing. And then what also that happens is, where am I going with this? Every single video I make about the Ozark Trail bike, I get a comment, well, you gotta look for deals. I got a specialized chisel for $1,000. It's like, oh, you got a specialized chisel for $1,000. I don't wanna give away retail margin secrets entirely, but the fact that you bought an $1,899 bike for $1,000 from your local bike shop proves to me you're buying a bike from a loss-leading vanity project bike shop that isn't in business to make money, because it makes no sense to sell a bike for less than the bike shop paid for it. Okay? And what happens is the bike industry could be healthy. It could be healthy with the Walmart bikes. All right? The biggest threat to the bike industry is the bike industry itself. It's the people, it's the millionaires, it's the people that have the wealth, they have the dream. They start these bike shops every year or two. Everyone loves it that sells to the bike shops. They love it that people will go into $1 million of debt, buy all the inventory, buy all the tools, and then they'll go out of business from 5 to 10 years. It happens literally over and over and over and over again. But the thing is I just gotta explain. People like have this view of the local bike shop being this poor guy like me that's just worked in bikes their whole life. They want to keep the bike shops open, and for a lot of bike shops, that's just not true. Okay, and maybe I'm saying too much here, because now everyone's watched this video, they know that they can just, okay, I'm gonna look up who just started the bike shops. Okay, I'm gonna call these bike shops to try to get a killer deal on a bike because this bike shop owner doesn't know what he's doing. And you might be able to do that. But I just gotta say, I am a bike mechanic, not a bike salesman. This is the other thing I've noticed. I've had people in my DMs, I've had people tell me, bike shop people tell me, why can't we just love each other? Why can't we just get along? And I've realized they don't view me as a mechanic. They view me as a waiter at a restaurant in a hospitality-driven industry. And me going online and making these videos and saying it like it is like a waiter going up to a table and saying, how bad the food is or what food they should not be ordering from the kitchen. You're not supposed to talk about the negative aspects of the industry. You're supposed to be our front staff. You're supposed to be our waiter. And the thing is bikes are not a hospitality industry. At least fixing them isn't. Okay? When you go to your car mechanic, I'm not topping your water off for you. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, your bike is amazing. Okay. Like, I'm not here to stroke your ego. I'm here to, you call me out, I fix your bike, I'm nice, I'm pleasant, and then we move on here. I'm not here as a hospitality driven industry. And a lot of reasons why bike mechanics are grumps, why bike mechanics flame out, is because we're expected to just go along with everything. We're expected to be the waiters. We know too much. No offense if you're a waiter, but a waiter is not a super high skill set. We are mechanics. The other thing is, I purposely just want to be a bike mechanic, just like a car mechanic just wants to be a car mechanic. But when you work in a bike shop, they try to force you to be a bike salesman and a bike mechanic at the same time. And it's serving two different masters, all right? Also, no one really likes car salesmen. And now that bikes are pushing into car prices, let's be honest, $5,000, $10,000, you're basically a car salesman. You're a motorcycle salesman at this local bike shop. You're asking someone to, even if you make good money, that's a big portion of a monthly's intake, even if you're super well off. So bike salesmen and bike mechanics are two totally different things. All right. The bike industry relies on people going into debt, making crazy bike businesses that will never make a dime. And meanwhile, people are like, you've got to support them and not Ozark Trail, not Walmart. No, Walmart is existing in the reality of I need to make a profit and I need to grow my business. Lots of these bike shops don't exist in that reality where I need to grow my business, I need to make a profit. No, they're just blowing money because they're rich, okay? And then the bike mechanics they hire, they don't get paid good. They don't get trained well. And on top of that, they're expected to be acting like waiters and always subservient. And it's like, if I have a customer that says, ever since you worked on my disc brakes, my crank's not working. I go out, I resolve the issue, and then I block the customer because I am not a waiter. Oh, my steak is dry. My hamburger doesn't taste good. These are subjective things. Bike repair is not subjective. So when you're running a restaurant or whatever, and a customer says the meal tastes bad, that is a subjective experience because food is subjective. The way it tastes is subjective. So you have to handle that complaint like it's subjective, like it's a fact for them, but it's not a fact for me. When I fix bikes and a customer complains, sometimes the complaint is valid and I apologize and I resolve the issue. But a lot of times I feel like the customer is just complaining because they think they're at a restaurant and they think this is the power dynamic. And then they get confused when the next time they ask for me to do service for them, I say, I'm not comfortable servicing your bikes. You need to go somewhere else. They're like, wait, what? It's like, well, no, there's no what here. When you call me back out to go to your house to resolve an issue that was not an issue, because this is factual reality, this isn't subjective taste buds, you've cut into my profit margins. I've not made any money servicing your bike. There is no margin in bike repair, in service, to deal with the whims of people trying to treat you like a restaurant. They're trying to treat you like a waiter. We don't have the margins in this industry for that. So they get confused. But I just thought I'd say, I love my Ozark Trail. I've got my bags here. It's a rainy day. I think this is gonna be my rainy day bike. And it's back in stock. So if you want a decent bike for under $1,000 that can take you to the top of Ben Lomond, you can buy this bike. No links in my video for it. I don't do affiliate links on my videos. I'm just here for your enjoyment. So subscribe to the channel, buy a shirt if you want. I gotta go do a little parade this morning. So see you around.